No matter where you look or who you ask, there's a lot of different opinions on the direction of the real estate market. Today, I'm going to give you mine. Welcome back to another video, day 42 of 100. We're really getting close to halfway to the goal, and that just feels pretty crazy to say. For the folks who have been tuning in to this point, I truly do appreciate it. Tell your friends, tell your family, they're not going to want to miss the value that we're providing on this channel. Once again, today we're discussing a topic that is a question that I get asked a lot, and that is, what is your opinion on the current and future state of the market, or how's the market? Usually when people ask that question, it's kind of just in passing. They're not really looking for a long-winded answer, but today we're going to get into the long-winded answer. As it always has been, the real estate market has been changing a bunch in the last few years, but the changes that we've seen more recently truly haven't made a huge difference in the market. Low inventory and high demand are continuing to be the most prominent features of the real estate market in 2023. Which is pretty much the same it's been for the last 3 years. Of course, interest rates were lower in the past, which led to a lot more demand, but because of the low inventory, we're still seeing properties with tons of offers, which ultimately tells other sellers that if they want to list, they can go higher. A lot of people expected the interest rates to scare away buyers, leading the market to really cool off and have a lot of homes sit for a lot longer of a period. However, that just has not been the case. Part of the reason for that is because rental rates have skyrocketed. As unsustainable as housing growth was in 2020 and 2021, rental rates are just as unsustainable right now. They're just absolutely through the roof. And a lot of times, by the time you put your security deposit and first month's rent down, you're not too short of a down payment. We talked a lot more in detail on that in a video about a week and a half or a couple weeks back. I would really encourage you to go check that out because it weighs the differences in buying or renting, and I think it's worth the watch. But yeah, rental rates are just crazy, and it's led the housing market to truly not change that much despite such a big spike in the interest rates from those 2020 and 2021 years to now. When we were back in the mid to low 2s and low 3s, people were saying that if we ever got above 5% again, that it was going to scare everybody away. For basically all of 2023, we've been floating between 5 and 7%, and once again, the market really hasn't changed that much. The inventory has stayed low because a lot of homeowners either bought in those years and locked in a low interest rate, or refinanced in those years and locked in a low interest rate. And while the home values have maybe dropped a little bit since then, it hasn't really been a big change. But is it still a good time to buy a house even with the interest rates around 6 or 7%? I think the answer is yes. It feels like if we're ever going to see a decent amount of inventory again, the interest rates are going to have to go back down so sellers aren't as afraid to sell. But as soon as that happens, there's also going to be an influx of buyers, and those home prices are just going to go right back up. So buying right now gives you an opportunity to get a good house at what is probably going to be a better price than it's going to be when the rates go back down. Once that happens, if you lock in your house now, you can refinance when the rates go back down and then ride the equity wave back up. You could even consider selling again whenever that point comes, which is what a lot of people did when they bought in 2018 or 2019. Sometimes real estate just provides these opportunities to make a quick buck in just a couple years. All in all, there's just a lot of different things that point at the fact that the demand is probably not going to go anywhere for the foreseeable future. So one way or another, we're going to have to see a rise in inventory. Are we in a seller's market? Yes, but not as bad as we were once in a couple years ago. Are we in a buyer's market? No, but once again, not as bad as we were in a couple years ago. It's definitely smart to stay knowledgeable and keep yourself updated on any real estate related news in the United States because once again, the real estate market is ever changing and things can change pretty fast. So no matter if you're a buyer or a seller, here's some takeaways from today's video. For sellers, now may be an opportune time to list your property. Having a good agent, such as myself, to price your home correctly and make sure it stands out above the others is still absolutely crucial, even in a market where we're seeing more demand. For buyers, stay ready with your pre-approval letter, contact a good agent who can stay ahead of the market so you're first to know about any opportunities in your area. Is it a competitive market? Yes, but can you secure the home that you want in this market? Also yes. While the interest rate isn't what it was a couple years ago right now, and it never has been in history, it's still a good time to buy a home. And once again, if they drop, refinance, ride that equity wave right back up. My hope is that we do see a dip in the interest rates. Nothing too drastic, maybe down to the low 5s or 4s. We don't want it to be an absolute frenzy again, but if we can find a way to get somewhat of a balanced market, that would be fantastic. If you're somebody who's thinking about buying or selling and you want more information about what you can do, please do give me a shout. I'd love to answer any questions about what your home is worth or tell you how you can secure the home of your dreams. But that wraps it up for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Most of you are still not subscribed to the channel, so please do subscribe if you watched this video. Leave a like, leave a comment on what you think is going to happen in the real estate market, and always remember to trust Hallis to guide you home. Until next time, I appreciate you watching. Have a great rest of your day.